There's recently been some changes on the Instacart platform that affect you, the driver. Let's examine exactly what those are, the big takeaways from them, and how that can help us to make more money, and why this is the best time to get out on the road and drive for Instacart. Let's jump in. Hi, I'm Tyler from the RideShare Guy. Recently, Instacart had some major changes on their platform that affect us. We're going to look at the three biggest ones. Number one is the rating system. Now, we know that with all of these rideshare gigs and economy and everything like that, the rating is one of the most important things for drivers to pay attention to. We're constantly talking about making sure that your ratings stay up, because a lot of times platforms will deactivate you if your rating goes too low. They will even lower the amount of requests that you get if it's too low, and that was exactly the same with Instacart. A little bit different previously is that if there was a shopper out on the road ready trying to get batches, they were going to get requests a lot sooner than drivers and shoppers that were out that had a lower rating. So whoever had the best rating at the time was going to get the best batches. Now, as long as you have a 4.7 rating or higher, you're going to get the same batches as everyone else in that same bracket. So as long as you maintain that high rating, you're going to get the most amount of batches possible in your area. Which means that getting a few bad ratings, though we never want to get any bad ratings if we can help it, and again, we want to follow all of the advice and do the best that we can, but unfortunately things just don't always work out. So a few negative ratings are not going to affect you so much so that you're not getting batches anymore. In fact, it won't affect that much, if at all. You won't notice anything. Another great thing about that with the rating system is that Instacart has actually paid attention and seen that there are some customers that just always give a rating lower than 5 stars. So this is unfair, and I know that in the past I've spoken with people and they have, I don't know why some people have this mental thing where no one can be perfect, so they can't possibly be a 5-star. There's going to be something that they did wrong, something they need to improve, so we're always going to give them a 4 as the best, a 3. But these people don't realize that this actually affects massively the driver, and to the point where they're not able to make a living doing this. So Instacart has also noticed that there are some that always never give a 5-star rating, or even sometimes a 4-star rating. So they're actually not going to take into consideration customers who regularly rate you low. So this is awesome. Even if it's the first time you've gotten that customer, if they regularly rate their shoppers on the low end, they're not even going to take that into consideration with your rating. So that's an awesome thing for us as drivers, because if we get that one person that always does that, we have no idea. We do the best that we can for them. We do great customer service. We pick the best items while we're shopping, but yet they still give us a low rating. This is going to help us to keep that rating up even in that situation. Instacart is also looking at ratings that are outside of our control. So for instance, you go there and they have a particular flavor of a drink that they want you to get. They don't have it. This is the 4th time this week that customer has ordered that drink. 4th time it hasn't come in, and now they're rating you because you're now this driver picking it up, and yet again they don't have it, and they rate you badly because the store doesn't have something in stock. That may not be the only situation. That's definitely not the only situation, but things that are outside of the shopper's control that they're getting bad ratings on, Instacart will also negate that rating when it comes to your overall rating. So this again is helping so that things that are outside of our control that have previously affected our ratings will not do so moving forward. So this helps us to continue to have that high rating, and again, having a 4.7 rating or higher is going to give us all the batches in our area. Second thing that Instacart is doing is they're giving more information to their shoppers. So number one, they're going to send you information letting you know when you're close to a store that needs shoppers, when you're ideally located in order to get a batch. So they're going to tell you, hey, if you're over here, you need to be closer to this one, or they're going to let you know via the app or even a text message while you are active that you're ready to get that. Now, they're also giving you more transparency on your stats and exactly what your rating is. You can actually go in. There's now a stats section in the app where you're able to go. You're able to look at how many batches you've done total. You're able to see your overall rating, what people have rated you for and what they've said you've done well. You can see what they've said you've not done well and what you need to work on, any customer experiences or any comments that they left. You can read all of that in there. So it helps you to see what you're doing well, what you need to work on, if anything. Maybe you're not always picking the best produce and you've gotten a couple of complaints with that, then you know, hey, I need to pay more attention to this. Or maybe that's something that you excel in when it comes to the produce, but there's something else. Maybe it's that you're not getting it fast enough. Maybe you're not communicating well enough. Maybe you're getting a couple of complaints. Whatever the case may be, you take a look at those stats and it helps you to improve. So instead of looking at it and going, I can't believe these people rated me, I did this, I did that, look at it as a way to improve. Now, obviously, if you've got 21 ratings that say you're a great communicator and one that says you didn't communicate at all, that we're not going to take. But if there's 4 or 5 different complaints that are the same thing, maybe that's something we need to look at as a shopper so that we're able to give the best customer experience, because best customer experience means best rating. It also means more tips. So we want to make sure that we're doing that to get the most amount of batches and the most amount of money from our tips, which is a huge portion, if not the biggest portion, when it comes to rideshare driving like Instacart. The third area that they've made a change, and I call a massive improvement, is when it comes to the batch level feedback. So this is going to allow you to actually rate how that was with that particular batch and that particular customer. Why this is crucially important. We have all experienced bad customers. If you've done anything with customer service ever, you have some horror stories. This is especially true with Instacart. Sometimes you have customers that are messaging you about every single item. You put something in the cart, they're gonna message you, you scan it, they're a horror to work for. And you don't want to shop for them again. Well, now Instacart gives you that ability to give that feedback then, so that you're never matched with that person again. So if you have a horrible experience with someone, you can report that, and then maybe they're not able to stop using Instacart like we wish. We wish there was some kind of punishment, but at least we never have to deal with it again because we're able to do that. Also, you can rate, even if you are okay with working and shopping for them again, but it was a negative experience, you can report that to Instacart and express what made it negative, what the problem was, especially when it comes to issues with them reporting things that are fraudulent. I know my wife and I have experienced many times where people will say things like the eggs were broken, when I know for a fact I checked them about 70 times, it feels like, and I know the eggs were not broken. They just wanted to get something free. So that happens quite often. My wife has even had where they've said whole orders weren't delivered. So she takes pictures and has proof of every order, whether she thinks there's going to be an issue or not, because you never know. But now you're able to actually report any customers that have any issues, which is a great thing for shoppers, because we have some sort of recourse to be able to say, hey, this wasn't a great experience for us. Now, obviously, Instacart and all of these companies are going to strive to be and make the customer as happy as possible, but they also want the shoppers and those doing the work to be able to come and do it, because they need us in order to do this. So there are some of the major changes, how they affect us as shoppers and drivers. What are the ones you're most excited about? What have you seen in the app already? Please leave a comment below. We read every single one of them. We appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel. There's a new episode that comes out every single week. And stay safe out there, everyone.